Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
I'm Kiki, and I'm a storyteller. Everyone has a story, and I'm here to listen. This is What It's Like to Be Here.
I first met my next guest about 15 or so years ago now. Yeah, it's been that long.
Oh, my God.
While out and about at a karaoke night. I think I recognized his voice before I knew what he looked like. Known for his amazing covers of any Juan Gabriel song, Jose Alfredo Guerrero is a Chicago-based educator, musician, and vocalist. Raised in La Villita, he is a DePaul University graduate and also performs a cabaret show.
Will be,
called Asi Fue, Canciones y Confesiones. Please welcome my guest, Jose Alfredo.
Yay! Hello.
What's up?
How's it going?
15 years.
15 años. Is that accurate?
It has to be, because I met my husband 10 years ago now, and I was very much going out in Pilsen before then, because I lived on 21st and Allport.
Okay, yeah.
So.
And I lived on 19th and Troop.
Okay.
Like
And so it was Caminos.
Yes.
Like, I think that was the first place I heard your voice. And I was like, Mom, there's some kid out here that knows how to sing like Juan Gabriel.
That makes sense, because Caminos was the first place where I really started doing karaoke.
Yeah.
And then I migrated to, I ended up following Pablo because he had Juan Gabriel tracks. So I ended up finding out where's he gonna be next. I want to sing more, not just Juan Gabriel, but music in Spanish. So I was following him around, and then he ended up at Simone's.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another place that I
Simone's
frequented a lot.
Mm-hmm. So just to get started, how old are you?
I am at 37.
Ooh, you're the second person I've had on the podcast in their 30s.
Yeah,
still in their 30s. It'll catch up to you soon. No.
It already has. You know, it's funny. I just say 40 sometimes.
Yeah?
In passing, when people ask. Because then you get the, oh my God, you don't look 40 at all. And I'm like, I know, thank you.
Yeah, that's so funny. Today, I told somebody I graduated from high school over 20 years ago. And they're like, oh, really? Literally. And I was like, oh, thank you. You think I look that young? Cool. That's great.
Love that.
I know. I love that.
Oh, for me, it's 20.
Really?
Yeah. 2006, and we're in 2026. So this summer, it'll be 20 years since I graduated in high school. Que feo.
Okay, how many people do you still talk to from high school?
So this always surprises people. Our friend group, it's probably around 10 of us from high school. But more impressive than that, we all knew each other since elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you
most of us. Some of them
together.
Some of them came in at the high school juncture, but
where'd you go to high school?
Curie.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So Curie, and then Madero Middle School and McCormick Elementary. But you know what it is? It's tracking. That's why.
What do you mean it's tracking?
So we were in the gifted program.
Oh, okay.
So we were So we were with the same cohort all those years. Pues no nos quedó más otra. We're still friends.
You're you're stuck.
Yeah. So we see each other at birthdays. Mm-hmm. Some of us have children.
Yeah.
We do a yearly Christmas gathering and a yearly Thanksgiving gathering. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So you guys actually have the friends group that friends the show or any of these sitcom TV shows?
It weirds people out. Why? When we're out together and people are like, how long have you guys known each other? Because some of us in the group, not me, but have known each other since kindergarten.
Wow.
Which is wild.
Yeah. I mean, I know my best friends, I've known them since kindergarten, first grade. Yeah. Somewhere around there, but they don't live here.
Oh, okay.
I would love them to be my neighbors. Right. But one's in Wisconsin and one's in Florida. So
that's fine.
But that is so awesome because I feel we've grown up watching these sitcoms and you're like, I want a group of friends like that.
Right.
But you have it.
Yeah. We're all still friends. We're all great friends.
Do you guys live near each other too?
Some of them in Little Village. I mean, we all live in the city.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So you can get to each other easily.
Yeah. It's not hard. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's a family a completely separate
Right.
family.
Absolutely. I mean, the partners have been introduced, to the friend group.
Yeah.
Because, no queda de otra tampoco.
Oh, no.
One of our oldest in the group, who was boyfriends to one of the girls, it took him so long to infiltrate. And then they got married, so we were like, I guess we have to let him into the friend group.
We all gotta be friends with him
All
now.
right, yeah. There's not going back, guys.
Oh my God.
I guess you're serious about this relationship.
We couldn't scare him away.
Right.
Ay. So from that point when I met you all these years ago, you doing karaoke at the bars, and we're going to get into your professional life because, again, I think I only know you for singing and, being a musician. But what does it feel like to be here in this, however you want to look at it, the physical space, your life, this moment in your life? What's it been like and how does it feel?
I'm always grateful. It's like, that's insane that we've known each other 15 years. Like, it really puts a perspective on like time has passed.
Hold on. You sang at my wedding.
I know.
And I got married. It's going to be 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm most grateful for. That this little like thing of me like going to karaoke's and following Pablo around really has given me the opportunity to like be part of people's lives and like very important parts of their lives, like weddings, on the sad side of it, like funerals even. And so like people inviting me into their lives that way I feel gratitude, más que nada.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that my singing has been able to do that for me.
Okay. So what do you do professionally?
Professionally, I was a teacher for 10 years with Chicago Public Schools. I was a music teacher, first K through 8th, and then I I started teaching in a bilingual school with mostly Latino students. And I got my master's in bilingual education. And so I switched over to being a classroom teacher for 5th graders, 5th grade bilingual classrooms. And I did that. And now I still work in education. I'm not in the classroom anymore, but I work for the district. I work for the Department of Social Sciences, consulting on curriculum design and leading and also designing professional learning for teachers, principals.
Look at you.
Performing.
No.
That's literally what facilitating professional learning is. It's like, all right, let's go perform.
Yeah. So you're literally walking people through workshops and
Right.
things like that. Okay. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have fun with it?
I do. And I love my team.
Yeah.
I think because we're all like social studies, like lovers of history and civic duty. We all also like align in a lot of our values.
Yeah.
For what education should be and the world should look like.
So speaking of the world,
Yes.
in the situation that we're in now, how does that impact your work? Like
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
So what? But like, what is it? Is it just? I mean, talk about that. How? Like, in what ways?
So, like, for
Do you
example,
see it coming up?
when the new presidential administration took over, we were tasked with building out resources for how we get, and for me specifically, because I work with the kindergarten through 5th grade team, like we designed lessons, mini lessons, not necessarily about the political state of the world, but how we take all of that fear and like what do we do with it in the classroom. So it was like a lot of like social studies tools and procedures, but answering the question, how do we take care of one another in times of hardship, in times of difficult political times. So like things like that. And with everything going on, ICE, it's a lot of coming up with resources for teachers that they can use with their students in the classroom because, directly affects them.
Yeah. That's so interesting. So I've had a lot of teachers on this podcast. One of the things that we talk about, and it's interesting to hear. So you're like developing the curriculum, whereas the teachers are like almost that first line. And I
Right.
feel like I've heard, the situations that they're going through, which is crazy
Yeah.
in and of itself, right? You have plans and people are scared and kids with anxiety.
Right.
And then I was always thinking like, okay, so then we have the social worker perspective, right? And so she was talking about like, how do you talk to these kids? How do you tell them, what if everything is not okay?
Right.
Right. And so now to hear this perspective, it's very interesting to hear that there's all these different things in motion to try and help the situation. And I don't think people know about that part of the job, your part of the job.
It's so behind the curtains. Because, and rightfully so, teachers are the first responders in the classroom. Like they're in charge of all these little bodies and little hearts and minds. So it's like we take our job seriously, and that they need all the help they can get. Like, but it's a lot of turning wheels at the same time.
Yeah.
When you think about it, my head sort of like freezes up. Like, that's crazy.
So when you are, I guess, thinking about the state of the world and developing this curriculum, these programs, where are you getting direction from?
I guess like our team.
Or is it more of like just what's needed and you're kind of being the response team too?
Right.
Okay.
Yes. And a lot of scholarship, like a lot of reading. There's a lot of literature out there. And that's the one thing that is afforded to me now, not as a teacher, because I think about this all the time. Like, I sit in a lot of like level literature that I have to read, like research about social studies and how students should be learning. Teachers are like the practitioners. They're in the room doing it. So when it comes to designing curriculum, we have to make their job easier because they already have such a heavy cognitive load to begin with, that we have to be able to take something off of that plate for them. And so that's the challenging part, though, because now I'm not in the classroom. So I know that I create things and I hope that it's helping. Yeah. And then, then with a big machine like Chicago Public Schools, there's a huge, there's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of barriers that you run into. Pero, well, we're trying.
Yeah, for sure. And so I know you said that it's like performing, right? So does one help the other? Your musical side of, being on stage or even engaging, right? And meeting more people and being part of this community of folks. How does that help your professional side?
Performing, it mostly helps, I would say, when I am in front of teachers having to present and having to guide them through like strategies or a new curriculum aspect. Because I'm more at ease. Like, I've had years now of being in front of people, entertaining them, especially now that I have a band, and it's not karaoke track, so I'm not married to the track. Like, I can speak in between the song, I can speak in between songs, and learning how to really hold a room for upwards of an hour at a time. It's a skill that I've been able to really massage and work out. And now I can do it when I'm in front of professionals, because I think that's what was the hardest in transitioning out of the classroom. I'm like, who am I? Like, why would they listen to me? I'm no more an expert than they are.
Right.
And so learning how to navigate that, not power shift, but that relationship with, I'm here and I'm telling you like what best practice is or what strategy might work, or how to use this tool. But yeah, that's definitely comes from performing, the ease of, okay, I'm going to be in front of 25 teachers now. And that's the difference though. 25 people in a room come to see me sing Juan Gabriel. They're already happy to be there. 25 teachers who were told to be at a professional learning session where they're going to listen to me talk about God knows what, they don't want to be there. So managing those expectations, they both have helped one another for sure. Because when I started, like, there was that anxiety of like, what if they don't like me? Like
Yeah.
what if they don't like this? Like
Right.
what? Because when I started Juan Gabriel, I was also like or singing or when I started the band, and we really started to pick up with gigs. It was like whether they were public gigs or private ones, that anxiety of like, what if like they don't know what they got themselves into with inviting me. And so that anxiety has, slowly but surely, and it's always exists, but over the years I've learned to navigate around it with performing and my professional life.
You tell the anxiety to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, no.
Like, we'll talk later.
Yeah. No, because definitely, like you said, holding a room with curriculum.
Yeah. Right.
That's a skill for sure.
It's like, ooh.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So obviously we're going down your musical journey. And so I know your dad also plays guitar. Talk to me about how you started singing, playing, what came first, but that initial relationship with music.
So my dad was always a musician growing up. He was always in bands, in grupos.
Oh, okay.
Like grupos cumbieros, like cumbias of the 90s. So like think like, I don't know if you know, like Grupo Mojado, like tonta, como quieres que te quieras, se me tienes, like that stuff. That was like what he played. But funnily enough, I grew up listening to him and listening to music, but my introduction to like performing or partaking in that came through my 4th grade teacher, Mr. Delansky. Shout out Mr. Delansky. He turns 90 in a few days. I know because Facebook told me. He must have heard. He used to have a piano in the room, and on Fridays he would play music for us, or he'd teach us a song. And he must have heard us, and I say us because a few of us got pulled to sing solos for like the spring concert. He used to love putting on elaborate shows, like when it was all like about presidents, and we read like speeches
before
by
Hamilton.
Before Hamilton, he was Hamilton. he did Hamilton before Hamilton was a thing with 9-year-olds. And actually, funnily enough, all these historical figures are like white, right?
Yeah.
And this classroom was all Mexican kids, so truly Hamilton before Hamilton.
That's amazing.
But yeah, we read speeches. One year we did a whole like thing about spring, and it was all like indigenous based.
Oh wow!
So he found some like indigenous songs, and we sang them. Some poems by indigenous folk. So it was cool. He was really ahead of his time. That's the first person who like encouraged me to sing. And then at that time, like I had this little high like voice. I was 9 years old. My voice hadn't changed. It's not that different from when I was 9. It's still really high up there, but higher.
Yeah.
And I remember like boys would make fun of me because like my voice was really high and it sounded like a girl. I mean, most boys who sing before the age of puberty will sound like a girl. I remember he took me to the side and he's like, I know they're saying things. And he's like, you don't sound like a girl. You just sound beautiful. And I was just like, oh, thanks. Yeah. And yeah, since then, my dad was really proud. He didn't know. That's how he found out. Oh, he sings. My son sings. And then started going to church choir because my dad has always been part of the church choir, playing guitar. And then I started singing there también. They started giving me little solos. Y ya de ahí, I didn't really sing in school a lot after that. It wasn't until high school where I did musicals. Okay. I did like 2 of the musicals.
What was your favorite musical?
Oh, that's hard.
No,
that's like,
it's not. Come on.
It is.
I know how hard it is.
I always do like a rotating top 3 because it depends on which way the wind is blowing, like what time of day it is.
Okay, so when you wait, here's one. Let's say a situation pops up and like, what's your first musical go-to? Like something funny.
Oh, funny. Oh, Spelling Bee. I don't know if you know it, but Spelling Bee is a funny one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of. I do have a solid top 2 though. Rent.
Okay.
Rent. Because it was my first one where in high school, I think they were making it into a movie, and I started seeing like clips here and there, and I was like, "What is this? This is magical." And I think my second one, just by default, is gonna have to be Wicked because it was the first professional musical I
Show.
saw on stage, and that completely changed my
I
life.
mean,
I
that
was like,
easily blows you away.
yeah,
Yeah.
and now it's a movie. You know, like now we're years past the point that I saw it on stage, and it's a full blown movie feature.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those two,
Okay.
Wicked and Rent. They're pretty basic.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I would say Into the Woods.
I love Into the Woods.
Into the Woods. Into the Woods is the one that I go to for like intellectuality.
Okay. Yeah. Like there's really a lot of brain
Yes,
that goes into that. Yeah.
And-
that production.
it's just like if you have a question about life, just go watch Into the Woods. Like, and at any point in your life, like older, when child, any aspect of loss,
Yeah.
child rearing, child bearing, like it's such a good show. Yeah, I think you can learn a lot about life with that one.
Nice. I like it. I dig it. I still have to go to New York to see a show, like on Broadway.
Oh, yes, you do.
I haven't.
My first time was when I was 18.
What'd you see?
I saw. I should not have forgotten this. I saw the Lion King, for sure. I saw the Lion
okay.
King.
Another good one.
It's funny because I was 18. My boyfriend at the time took me, and he paid for everything.
Nice, nice. Where'd you find that guy? No.
That's another story. Yeah, I saw the Lion King. Spring Awakening.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen Young Frankenstein the movie, but they made it into a musical. That's a funny one.
Yeah.
Young
yeah.
Frankenstein is so funny. Because it's what's his face? I forget his name. The guy who created. He's really
Mel
famous.
Brooks.
Yes, Mel Brooks. It's all Mel Brooks material. So funny. And I forgot what the fourth one I watched was, which I guess is not good.
You saw 4?
We saw 4.
How long were you there?
All paid for.
Was this like a weekend thing or was it like a week thing?
I think it was a week thing.
Okay,
Like, we were there
okay.
for like at least 5 days.
All right. So a one
So
a night?
one a night. Yeah.
That's amazing.
One a night.
I would love that.
I would love that. I haven't done a trip like that since I was 18. I wonder what that guy's doing.
Where did he end up?
Would he like to sponsor another trip for me?
Hilarious.
It's funny.
So you started doing all that stuff in high school.
See, I did 2 shows in high school. Yeah, after that I was like, I'm gonna go get my political science degree in undergrad.
Really? You did
That's what
poli-sci?
That's what I started.
Oh, okay. And you ended with
A music degree.
Okay,
A music
okay.
ed degree.
Nice.
Yeah,
finally somebody going with the passion
Yeah.
instead of the I should.
Well, it's funny because people don't like it when people talk about science, but my moon is in Capricorn. And that because my moon is in Capricorn, I make decisions based on like what's responsible most of the time. So being an artsy, like loving music person does not work out that way for you if you are grounded by responsibility. Pero I found the leeway, so I finished poli-sci that first year, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't. This was boring. Or I was just not passionate about it. So I decided to audition for music schools, and I got into DePaul.
Nice.
So at the time, I was at U of I in Champaign.
Okay.
I got into DePaul School of Music through the vocal track. And at the time, and I think still, DePaul is one of like, it's a really good music school. So I was surprised I got in, first of all, because the audition process is really, they're thorough. That's what I should say.
How many like phases were there to this?
So the first one, you send in a CD of you
Okay.
singing something.
CD.
CDs, yes. Isn't that crazy?
I know. Wow. Okay.
You send in a CD singing. I forget. They do give you like parameters, and then you get invited to audition for them IRL. And for that one, you have to do 3 pieces, 1 in English and 2 in different foreign languages.
Wow.
So I think I did So I have Spanish. So I was like, all right, I got 2 knocked in. And then I did an Italian piece, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I think that's it. And then you get notified like a month or 2 later. If you get in.
Nice.
But it's cool because like that year, they only had 13 spots open for freshman singers.
Wow.
And so it's when I think about it, I'm like, that's cool. Like I was one of the 13. That's amazing. So yeah, it was a.
You mean you didn't want to stay in Champaign-Urbana for the following
what?
3 years?
I do wonder what my life would have been like.
It might have been like mine. I don't know. I was there for 5 years, man. Oh.
Yes.
I mean, it came out with a master's, pero whew,
See, ya ves?
you got to work for it.
Yes.
With just, cultural shifts.
Right. Oh, I mean, I felt him that first year. Don't worry about it. Like, I was like, ooh, this is different.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you were at DePaul. Okay. And then you said you went back for a master's in...
And bilingual education, but that was at UIC.
Okay. Yeah.
So I ended up right back with the University of Illinois, one way or another.
Yeah, yeah. And so when you first started kind of going to karaoke night, I mean, following Pablo, following Pablo around, what, like, I guess why? Like, what was it just to sing, just to get out there? But what was the reason where you just like, this is something fun I can do?
Yeah, I think the first time was, well, because it was the first time was at Caminos. Actually, I lied. It's not. My friend Jackie invited me to Simone's because she likes going to karaoke.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll meet you there. So I got there. And Pablo was playing, the songs. And she's like, you should sign up. And I've never really done karaoke. And not because of anything, but like, I think because I've been singing for 4 years. This was post me graduating DePaul. Like, my whole life for 4 years was listening to music, learning music, singing all day. Whether it was like my private lessons or in choirs that I was like not forced, but I had to do them because it's a graduation requirement. So I never thought of like, oh, I should go to karaoke and sing. Like, it just wasn't a thing.
Because you're like working on it.
Yeah. Like,
all the time. So then, do something else, right?
Yeah.
For your fun.
Like, and I mean, I would sing in my house, but like myself. But yeah, I was at Simone's the first time and I saw the booklet back when he had books. And, and I looked through it and I was like, oh, I've never sang in Spanish, like in a karaoke. Because when you go to karaoke's in college, they're usually in English. Like,
Yeah.
they're all
Everything's
like,
in English.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, he has music in Spanish in his book?
Yeah,
I was like, I didn't even know we had tracks like that in Spanish. That's wild. And I saw Juan Gabriel's song. I'll always remember what song it was, Inocente Pobre Amigo. And I've always loved that song. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go ask. I guess I'll sign up for this one. So I go up to I forget how he used to collect them, but he calls me up and he sees the song and he's like, do you want me to like lower the pitch? Because like, he obviously knows the song too. And I'm like, no, I think I got it. Granted, I don't know why I thought I had it because I've never sang that song in public. Like, I don't like who do I think I am?
I got it. I think I got it.
I was like, no, I think I'm okay. And then I sang it, and I think it was the audience response that really got me. That I was like, because it was like back in, well, I don't know, I haven't gone to Simone's in a while or karaoke in a while, but back in those days, it was packed.
It was packed.
Yes, it was
packed.
Hot. Yes.
if the walls could sweat, I think. Yeah. I mean, I think
I'm
were
sure they
sweating.
did. I'm sure they did. And the audience just responded so positively, like, and I've never experienced that before.
Okay.
Not
yeah,
really,
yeah.
like, not really. Not in that way. And so I was like, whoa, that was crazy.
I'm sure Pablo was like stars in his eyes. Like, oh my God, he's the guy that I've been looking for.
It was really like, it like shifted my foundation. I was like, that's wild. That's crazy. I've never experienced like a whole room really like firing up like that. And then after that, I was like, well, it becomes addicting. Like, let's go. So I followed him from Simone's to Caminos actually.
Okay.
Because I had never been to Caminos before that. So then Caminos was another place where I just started frequenting a lot. Um, and that's where Madera Once was born, actually, at Caminos.
Oh, really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Nice. I'm trying to remember my karaoke time. And Pablo just when he would see us walk in, he's like, finally somebody that'll sing, and I feel like when he saw you walk in, he's like, finally I get a whole everybody's gonna sing after this guy. I just need it because I remember he would do like his I'm gonna forget how he called it. Not the highlight, but like his superstars. Remember he would do like karaoke shows and like bring out the people that could actually sing to cover these songs. But I just remember like there was one time we walked into a karaoke event and it was a small crowd. And I walk in and Pablo was on the mic and he's like, Christina, you're next. And I was like, you really have nobody signing up right now? Like,
you're like, I just walked
in and I'm not a singer like you. I like literally I just do it for fun, right? Give me a couple of beers.
That's what karaoke's for.
Exactly. So that's why I enjoyed it. And then you hear people like you and you're like, oh damn. Maybe I'll stop karaokeing now.
See, that's why I had to get a band because I was like, I need to stop doing this.
Yes. You're like, that was just advertisement. You can hire me.
Right. And that's how it started. Like,
yeah,
people
I'm
started
sure.
to ask if I would go sing at their parties. And I was like, no, I don't, like by myself. They're like, yeah, we'll play the tracks. We'll play the karaoke. And I'm like, I did it a few times. And everyone was always super nice. But I always felt so like, I also like going solo anywhere is nerve wracking.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh no, I need people to come with me. So then I was like, I need a band or something. And that's pretty much how that started too. So
you're like, I need a band. Let's do this.
Come with me, please.
Yeah. So talk to me about the band. Like, did you all meet? Is like a couple of drinks? Like, hey, I just heard you sing. I can play the drums. Like, how did that start?
So the way that Madera Once started, it was, so because I would go to Caminos a lot, the Torres family really became like my weekend people.
Yeah.
I would see them every weekend. And I asked them once, I was like, hey, if I can I come on like a Tuesday or like a Wednesday when I know it's not karaoke Fridays because those days are super packed. I was like, and just like play my guitar in the background and sing like a few songs. I won't bother anyone and I'll just like be in the background.
Yeah.
And like for free because I was like, I just want to
get used to it.
I want to do this. Like
yeah.
I want to see like if I can. And they were like, yeah, totally. So, I did it one Tuesday with my friend Ere. She was on violin and I was on guitar. And people came out and listened to us sing and it was fun. And then we didn't really pick up track after that because she was really busy and I got really busy. And then it wasn't until I was at UIC doing my master's. They had just started a mariachi group.
Oh, okay.
At UIC. And so I was like, it was my second year of my master's program. I joined the mariachi. I asked if I could join. And actually, Ere, who I played with the year before, is one of the people who helped start that mariachi. Because she was going to UIC at the time. And so it was in that mariachi group that I found Madera Once. And so I did the whole thing again. I was like, I asked the Torres family, I was like, can I do like on a Thursday or whatever, can I just do a night of like Juan Gabriel? Because at this point, people would identify me as like, oh, he's the one who sings Juan Gabriel. So I was like, can I do like a night of just like Juan Gabriel and Jose Alfredo Jimenez just to pay homage to the people who people recognize me for, but also to my namesake.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, for sure, do it. And that was when I got my bassist, Mario, who's now like my Madera Once business partner. And also where I got Sam, who was our percussionist. And eventually that's also where we got Danny, who's now known as Trumpet Papi out there. He was our first trumpet player for the group.
Yeah.
So they all came from that mariachi group.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice. So it's just really just building those relationships.
It really was, and to me, it was wild that these three people were like, "Yeah, for sure, we'll form a band with you." Because like again, every step of this way, I'm always like, who am I? Why are people listening to me? Like,
Because you're a mover and a shaker and you want to do things, you know?
I suppose, yeah. And I have ideas, and this is what gets me in trouble. Having ideas gets you like,
You're
why do we
preaching
have
to the
ideas?
choir. I have so many ideas.
Right?
Oh my, like my friend is like, isn't that problematic for you? And I was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? He's like, just having all these ideas in your head. And I'm like, oh, that's why I start things and I never finish,
Oh,
you know?
yes.
Whole history of that.
Yes, same. Hence why I took forever
What's your
to
sign?
I'm a Leo.
I'm an Aries. My Luna is a Leo.
Oh.
You are currently in a firehouse.
Oh.
Yes, I am an Aries. My husband is a Sagittarius, and my daughter's a Leo.
That's a lot of fire in
It's a lot
in
of
one
fire.
room. And one
Yes.
roof. And
You should see when we get mad. And it's not even like at each other. It's like if like something doesn't work, you just hear people like there's screaming happening. And you're like, what happened? Is everything okay? Everything's fine. But we have the tempers in this house. I'm like, what are the chances that we all
yeah.
got
It's
the fire?
stars, you know?
It is. And I love astrology.
Yeah.
So you bring it here.
All right.
You bring it here. We'll talk about the universe and
Right.
signs. And, actually, that's a good question. Up to this point, how have you felt that the universe has like played its role in what you have in your life as it is right now?
Oh, that's such a big question. Just in general?
Yeah. Or I feel like, honestly, as you were talking about the mariachi group and all these things kind of falling into place, I feel like that was like the universe laying its path, because it didn't seem like you had problems.
Right.
Like you said, who am I? These guys just wanted to form a band, Whereas in the past, people used to have auditions to have bands, right? Like, I'm looking for a bassist, can, come over and play. Like, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Or I saw bands go through that. But to hear, it was just easy. And then you had a space to practice or like come up with a proof of concept. Like, will this work?
Yes. Yeah.
You
like
know?
Caminos, yeah, for sure. I think about that all the time. Yeah, I mean, because even me doing the masters at UIC also just sort of happened to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's not something I sought out. They had a grant, and with grant writing, like, you have to fulfill the grant. Like, there's a lot of back end paperwork that has to happen with that, and so they were desperately looking for teachers to like do a master's at UIC through this grant, because also masters for free. So
También, you see?
And so I was like, a master's for free? What is it in? Okay, great. I'm there. I'll do it.
Just for those little letters after my name. Órale.
And through that and teaching my kiddos, I was like, oh, I want to be a classroom teacher. And so like had I not done the master's program, I would have not ended up at that mariachi rehearsal space with those people. Yeah, you're right. You're completely right. It's wild. And then, funny enough, Mario, who's my bassist, we didn't know it at the time, but he was my sister's colleague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when we connected that too, we were like, that's crazy.
Even though most of the time when I think about that, because I have a lot of those weird connections with people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are the chances? And then I'm like, wait, we're Latinos in a city, in the same city, but there's millions of people in the city, right? And I'm always like, but there are millions. And there are millions of Latinos in the city.
Right.
It could have been any Latino, but it happened to be this,
yeah,
right? This one. And that's what changes your world.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to just notice that. And that's another reason why I started the podcast too, is like, how often do you get to sit down and think about the connections in your life?
Yeah.
And like, how did I get here?
Because Madera Once is going to be 10 years this year in 2026, April, actually. The first show that we did at Caminos. So
Nice.
We're trying to work on something with
And then we can celebrate my birthday.
going back home. There you go. There you go.
Wherever that party's at,
Yeah.
it's going to be my birthday party.
It'll be two things at once.
Exactly.
But yeah, and I recently went back to Caminos with friends after a concert that we went to. And it was weird, not weird, but it was surreal. Like, I was like, 10 years ago, my band like started here. That's And it was just like an idea, una like, Sal, will you let me please? And then him being like, you have to ask the old man. And I was like, okay, I'll ask Senior Sal, please.
And you're like, but first, can I get a shot of tequila with an orange? Thank you.
So, and it's funny because he bought us a shot. Sal bought us a shot this past time. And he was like, his cheers was the welcome home. And I was just like, oh,
that's
seriously,
so nice.
because that is what it was for a long time for me when I lived in Pilsen.
Yeah, I know. Pilsen is like that nostalgic neighborhood now.
Yeah.
Because so many things have changed. Even though the street looks the same, the buildings are still there.
Yeah.
But there are like new businesses, and I'm like, oh.
And new buildings también, like like apartment buildings. Or, so it's
The ones that stick out like sore thumbs.
yes,
You're like,
yes. I'm like, that's architecture sense.
like, does that belong here? Who approved this?
Did anyone see the house next door?
Oh my goodness. And so throughout all of this stuff, I mean, just with the last comment that I made about how everything has been laid in your path, it seems like, but what challenges have you come across that have really taught you something? Is there anything pivotal in, the last 10 years or even before that maybe challenged you?
When it comes to performing?
In general.
I would say, oh my gosh, not me not having challenges. That would be wild. Of course I have challenges.
You're like, everything is so easy for me. I wake up, my hair's done. Like, do I even have to brush my teeth?
I mean, outside of my own personal ones. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Míralo, no, nothing.
I mean, outside of like worldwide catastrophe, like COVID happening and putting a huge pause on everything musical in my life, that was challenging.
I mean, that was crazy. And I remember that's when everybody started doing stuff online.
Yeah, and it's funny because that week that we went, that we shut down, it was originally supposed to be 2 weeks for CPS. And I had a show that week on Thursday. And I was living with my then boyfriend. I was like bummed out. I was like, now I don't get to do my show. Again, at this time, we didn't know the severity of like how long we were going to be shut down and all of that. And I was like, I'm just going to go Facebook Live. And it was like crapshoot, like I just opened my laptop and I did my phone. And I was like, okay, I'll just sing. I was like, hi guys, I was supposed to have a show today, but I guess we're going to be at home. And that's how the series started. Because then I started doing it, I think, weekly.
Yeah.
For however long.
Because I remember promoting it.
Yeah.
Because everything was dead. Everything got shut down. And so we still had Expo Collective going on. And that was our art collective that we started in 2013. And so I was like, what are people doing? And I remember reaching out to you and I'm like, oh, he's going to do a show. Somebody else was doing like arts and crafts stuff, like online as classes. And I just remember writing an article and like pushing it out, trying to like, hey, you got to support the arts somehow. Like
right.
Everybody's stuck at home. Listen to Jose Alfredo sing, you know, take a class, like do something.
Right.
But it was a very challenging time. And I just remember thinking like, and I think honestly, that's when our collective kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Like, because things just changed and evolved over time.
It shifted for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the challenging part. Like before COVID, we really had we had just opened for like La Santa Cecilia.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like a lot of like big things were happening. And the pickup back up after COVID, after everything opened up again, it was slow and it was like challenging. Like, oh man, we're not where we were 2 years ago.
And how do you see things now, especially with the beginning of this show that you're going to be doing?
So it's funny that you ask. It's double-sided in one way because since COVID ended, for the listeners, I used intercomillas because
because my mother just got it for the first 6 years.
That's
which is wild, right?
Right, like So it's not over, guys.
Nope.
It's
still there.
But last year, 2 years ago, no, was it last year? 2 years ago? We made Madera Once into an LLC.
Oh, okay.
Only because we started to pick up shows again. And that is okay, now I have another challenging part.
When it comes to business, there's always a challenge.
Especially when you're friends with the people that you're having the business with. Pero when we came back to Madera Once, having people's lives change, people's motives also change. Like people move even.
Mm-hmm.
So like we lost Sam to Portland.
Wait, I'm gonna go there. I can drag him back if you want.
He's happily married and they have a kid and it's cute. I just visited them, but that meant we needed to introduce a new drummer to the group.
Mm-hmm.
And those first people who joined my band, they really just did it out of a belief in me, I guess. Because they heard me sing in the mariachi, and a little part of them, they will never admit this, especially Mario, but a little part of them was probably like, damn, he's good. Yeah, for sure. Why not? I'll jump on that. Because I'm sure if I was not a good singer, they'd have been like, no, like we're not going to accompany you on you want to do a whole show and you sound like ass? Like, why would we do that?
We're not going to teach you how to sing.
Yeah, exactly. And so like they really... They did it with heart.
Yeah.
But then, you start doing gigs and then you start getting paid and la la la. So like losing Sam sucked because now we have to find someone and really their interest is going to be like, how much am I going to get paid?
Right.
And so I've been lucky enough still though that the reason we made it a LLC is that we do have to have musicians come in and out of the band. Like really the core of the band is Mario, my bassist, and myself. We're the ones who are like there, barring any emergencies or anything. We are the constant for the group. And then the other musicians, we fill in with who we can at the time. And they're committed to being part of it. Pero también, people, musicians especially, they have other commitments. They have other bands. They... And outside of even just performing, they have families. And
right.
Entonces, when it's a business and you've signed a contract, like for a wedding or anything like that, you have to have the band. So even if like the trumpet player has like, sorry, like it's my sister's graduation and I want to go to it, it's like, you're not going to say no because you're also their friends. And like, yeah. And then we understand life, you should be lifing. So like, yeah, go do that. And then because of substituting musicians, and we made it a band in order to be able to pay them, in order to be able to keep track of.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you have like the show, right, which is the business, its own entity. And then whoever's performing for that business is coming in and out. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that's pretty much how it works. So we have good opportunities like this show that is coming up, Asi Fue. It came up also through happenstance. Wow, things really just happened to me, right?
That's amazing. You must have been a great person in your past life.
No, I hope so, because this one's not doing that great, but we're doing the best we can. That one happened because
Ya ni te acuerdas.
Actually, I do remember now.
Okay.
A few friends of mine who are also musicians, they have their own band, A Flor de Piel. They were invited to do a opening number for a comedy show at Improv Olympics.
Okay.
And that specific show is Latino based. So all the performers are Latino of one way or another. And it's a comedy club, so they were, it's... so I went to go see it. Yeah, I went to go see it, and I went to go support them. And one thing that I do at my shows is if you're a musician and you're in the audience, specifically if you're a singer and you're in the audience, and I know you and you're my friend, I will make you sing a song at my show. Like if you're sitting in the audience at my show, you will be singing a song. So that day, I was sitting in the audience for their show, and it's never happened. But they made me sing a song. They're like, for all the times you've done this to us,
Payback.
we get to do it to you. And I was like, oh no. And I was just like, so I got up there and I sang a Juan Gabriel song.
Nice.
And the person who was in charge of the comedy troupe or comedy show enjoyed it and invited me to do one for a later date for myself. So I did that, and because comedy clubs are a little bit smaller, I only took, I think, Mario and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really just 10 minutes. So I just did like 2 songs. But if you've ever been to my show, like I've started to just like not just sing. It's a lot of audience interaction. It's a lot of me telling stories. Entonces, later they invited me to a showcase with 15 performers at the Home Comedy Theater, which is in Lincoln Park. It's the first Latino-owned comedy space.
Interesting.
So also probably another good person to talk to. And so I did the showcase there. It was like a 6-minute thing that I had to do. That one, it really was just Mario and me. And I did a bit with the song Asi Fue. And I told a story about how I ran into my ex with their new boyfriend on Valentine's Day. And I was single at the time. So, I told that story and people like that. And the owner of the theater reached out this winter and he was like, hey, do you remember this thing you did last year or earlier? Because it was February. Because it had just happened. That's why the story came out. And he was like, you mentioned that you have a whole hour of this. Do you want to do a show here? And I was like, yeah,
nice.
For sure. Why not? Do I have a whole hour of that? I literally just said yes because I was like, yeah, I think I can do that. Like, what?
That's how people get book deals,
Yeah,
you know?
right?
They're like, you have a whole hour? You're like, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
I got 5 minutes, but that's okay. I can come up with another 55.
Right. And so that's how I ended up there. So he's like, yeah, let's use the space and do your show. And I was like, cool. And when I said yes, this was mid-February. And then we figured out, okay, we'll do it March 15th. In my head, I was like, oh, I have so much time. And then like a few days passed and I was like, there's a week left of February. Like, why did I think that I had all the time in the world? And so now this show's happening Sunday.
Nice.
This weekend. And yeah, hopefully it's a fun time for everyone. It's sold out within a few days.
Amazing.
Of me releasing tickets.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that I'm grateful for. It's like, I was really like taken aback by like the fact that people bought tickets. Yeah.
Well, after all this time, I mean, I think that's another true, like, what is the word that I want to say? And I just saw an ad about being articulate on Instagram. They're targeting me. Damn it.
They're like, do you want to practice a word a day?
I'm like, who the hell are these people? Now, why would I listen to them? I'm like, I don't know who you are. But you sound like you're very articulate. I'll listen. But like I said, it seems like you have had things come, and I'm not going to say easily, but it's like you just put yourself in these situations and you're the right place at the right time. And you also like rise to the challenge, it seems like too, right? Like, hey, can you do this? Maybe, you know?
Right.
And we'll see when I get there.
Right.
You know?
But I say confidently, yes. And then freak out internally, like at the audacity I have to be so forward with confidence that way when I've never done something like that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. Like when I had to write out, he asked for a description of the show. So I wrote out like a little paragraph, like, it's going to be cabaret meets stand-up comedy meets storytelling. And then the show sold out. And at work, actually, someone asked if I've ever done a cabaret. And I was like, no. And then I self-reflected and I was like, nor have I ever seen one. And I was like, and then I quickly got on Google and I was like,
of all the Broadway shows, you've never seen a cabaret.
And I've never seen cabaret either. The show. So I was like, Google, what is a cabaret show? But the magic word here in my description is meets. Cabaret meets.
So it could be whatever
It could
you
be
want it
whatever
to
you
be.
want it to be. The parameters of this cabaret are meeting something else. So it's going to be different from your...
So if you thought it was going to be like the last show you saw,
Right.
no, I got a
Exactly.
surprise for you.
Yes. But it's going to be fun. Yeah. I'm excited to tell new stories. It's going to be really personal. And I think that's what's going to be a lot different from what I usually do.
Yeah.
A lot of personal stories about relationships, really. It's love stories because it's Asi Fue. Juan Gabriel songs,
Yeah.
the stages of heartbreak, confessions about like what it's like to be in relationships. I've luckily or unluckily been in many, and and I've learned a lot about myself and others.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be interesting.
Well, hopefully by the time this comes out, it's going to be later. So maybe by the time this episode airs, you'll probably have done another show.
Hopefully, I hope it goes well enough that we get to do another one. Only because when it sold out, then I had people reaching out and like, I saw it sold out. Do you have extra tickets? And I'm like, no, bro. Sorry. I don't.
Where is the theater?
It is right on Halstead and Fullerton, which is also kismet because across the street is where I went to music school.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Look at that.
Literally, like cross the corner and you're at the music school.
Wow.
It's right. Have you ever been to Allende's in Lincoln Park? Or let's see what it used to be a McDonald's on that corner. It's not a McDonald's anymore. It's a Chipotle, I think.
But Halston and Fullerton, I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. It's a big blue building.
Yeah. Very cool. And so as you were talking and you were talking about your job and things like that, I'm like, are you an educator who sings or are you a musician who educates?
Ooh. What did my bio say?
I just said that you were an educator, but on top of that, you're also a musician. So I guess it's both. But when it comes to, because I feel like when it comes to my professional life and like these things that I do on the side, they don't like they mesh because it's similar things that I do.
Right.
I'm a creator, right? Creative. But I'm not like, people at work don't ask me when my next episode is going to come out.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like you're very public, right? Like your face is, you are the face of Madero, and say your face is usually out there. So it's not like you can hide that from your employers, right? Or people that you work with. So that's why I ask, like, when it comes to that, do you mix it together? Or you're like, no, I'm an educator here and I'm a musician. Like, how does that work for you?
It's funny you say that because now, like professionally, when I entered this position, my boss, I was already offered the position. I think it was my first week there. She was like, "So I have to tell you something," and I was like, "Okay." I was like nervous. I'm like, "Am I fired already?" I just started. She was like, "I actually know you." And I was like, no. And when people say that, like, I know exactly what they mean.
What do they mean? Tell me, because nobody's ever told me that before.
It means they've either seen me do karaoke, they've either seen me play with Madre Once. It's usually one of those two. Or that they've been to a show. And it's at work, I will have run-ins, like, whenever I meet with new teams who specifically have, like, Latino members.
You're like, everybody's been to Caminos.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody knows Simone's.
Right. Everybody.
Yeah.
And it happens quite often enough that they're like, wait, like I'll be sitting in a meeting room or something and I'm like, I know you. And I'm like, no, you don't.
I know that voice.
I'm like, no, you don't. But
has it become easier to maintain the
oh, yes.
They're like, can I get your autograph? Oh, and you're facilitating? This is awesome.
This is great.
Can you sing a song after?
Right.
That's why they have you doing
Well,
it.
it's funny. I went into a school once and the school clerk, because I had to go into the office to wait for someone to escort me to the room where we were going to do facilitating. And I walk into it and the clerk looks at me and she's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm I'm sorry, I'm gonna facilitate. And I was apologetic because I was like, what I don't know. Did I do something wrong?
You're like, did I scare you? What
Yeah,
happened?
was I not supposed to be in here? The security guard told me. And I was like, oh, I'm facilitating. And she's like, oh. Like she didn't connect that, like, she was like, oh, I thought there was going to be a performance that I didn't know about at the school today. And I was like, oh, okay, got it. Now I'm connecting why you were so scared or confused. It was hilarious. I was like, that's funny. That's so funny. Like, she scared me, or I scared her. She scared me. It was just.
You're like, I'm supposed to be here, I swear. Yeah. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Oh, my God. So I guess it's just a hodgepodge.
Yeah, it's a hodgepodge.
There's no compartmentalizing your life.
No, you can't run. You can't now. I can't run away from it. I guess I will say I've never been in the streets and been like, you facilitated my PL. So maybe I am more a musician than I am an educator.
But wouldn't that be funny? The educators come, oh my gosh, she's the one that facilitated my session. Amazing.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God. That would be something. If you could hit that level as a facilitator, you made it.
Yeah, right. Don't talk to me about it. Right. Facilitating. Professional learning.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. All right. Well, my last question for you is fairly simple. I'm just putting it out there because everything has been easy in this episode. What keeps you going? Where do you find your motivation?
Oh. Professionally, it is that I do feel that in these times that we're in, that the work is necessary. Mm-hmm. And even if I wasn't in this position, because I've thought about it a lot to, like, would I go back to the classroom? Absolutely, yes. I loved teaching, specifically, like, the grade that I taught. 3rd through 5th is really the grades that I enjoy teaching the most. Mm-hmm. And I know that because I've taught K-8 and I had to do student teaching with high school. And that's just really where I'm better at it. And also, there's this thing that I've found out about myself, whether it's PL, professional learning, whether it's teaching, whether it's performing. And I think I said this phrase earlier, but, like, holding a room is a big responsibility. Mm-hmm. And I learned this through other work that I've done, being able to get people to, like, just sit in their stillness and get them there. It's craft, but it's a muscle that I enjoy working in different spaces because teachers are stressed out. And so when I do PL, I do think to myself, how do I get them to feel still? Like, how do I get them to just let themselves be? Mm-hmm. And I think about that with kiddos, and I think about that with my audiences. With them, it's more like, how do I make sure that they're, like, in the moment and entertained, moved by something. So it's that, and it's also the gratitude that I've seen in the smaller moments when it comes to performing. We do a lot of private shows, and being invited to, like, people's moms, like, 80th birthday or weddings, those things, they really do fuel the when you're tired or cuando no quieres, because it's just, I'm a huge empath. I've always been. And so watching people enjoy and watching people, I don't know, like, love on each other in these moments is so gratifying. And to be part of it, it's even, like, that's wild. That's crazy. Like, the fact that, like, I'm invited into the space to be part of that moment is really cool. And so I'm really that's really kind of like the reason that I keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That and the applause.
I mean, clearly.
I mean,
that's the other thing too, is like I've talked to other performers and people who are on stage, and it's just so interesting. Like, you naturally, it's something in you that you love it, right? You love to hear the reaction of an audience or hear the applause. And clearly after that first time of going up to karaoke,
yeah,
that's what, I mean, brought you gratification, right?
Yeah,
it's like
for sure.
hearing the audience. So that's really cool. And you're also a creator. You also have a podcast.
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It started out with my mom first.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling me her life story over brunch.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like really entertained by it. And
Mm-hmm.
she's really funny. And so I just started recording her on my phone. And then I listened back to it and I was like, this could be something. So I started doing a podcast with her. And it was really mostly to catch different moments of her life.
Mm-hmm.
Because I find her life to be so fascinating. And that was a wonderful experience, getting to sit with her and listen to her and talk to her and have her be funny. And now I have another podcast with a friend called Stage Left, Right Vibes with Yvette. She's the director of Mariachi Sirenas, the only all-female mariachi group
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago.
They're so awesome.
They're
Amazing.
they're amazing. And so with that one, we get to talk to our musician friends about performing, the anxieties around it, the intricacies of like contracting and contracts and crazy
The business side of it.
experiences. Yeah, and crazy experiences that you have also while performing, because there's wild stuff happens all the time. Yeah, and so it's been a lot of fun creating that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, educator, podcaster, musician,
All the titles.
all the storyteller.
I know. And that just reminds me. Well, I love the fact that you do talk about those trials and tribulations in the art space, right? As being artists and performers, because I mean, that was something that I realized back in the day when we had Expo Collective going on, and we were literally putting up, pop-up shows up and down in 8 hours,
Yeah.
and it was like 25 different artists, and they were all different painters and drawers, illustrators, but they didn't understand the business side of
Yeah.
what it takes to be an entrepreneur in that sense, right? Like living off your art. I tried to educate people on it, but, and I think like from my generation of folks, everyone was looking for a mentor or like somebody who had done it first. And I love that there's stuff out there now, right? And people are openly talking about it, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, especially if you're like, I love my art. I love what I do. I don't want to make it into a business venture, but I'm sorry, you got to live, right?
Right.
So how do you do that?
Yeah.
And if folks don't have anybody to look towards or don't hear about it,
Yeah.
then they don't know where to go, right? And that's how I think bands fall apart. And, just because other things come up,
Yeah.
and you can't live off your art if you don't know how to manage it well,
Right.
right? So,
And
That's awesome.
there is like a sadness to having to monetize your art, whatever that may be. But man, as anti-capitalistic as you want to be, like, unfortunately, like we live under a capitalist society, and time is of value. And then this is one of the things that I respect about some of my musicians. Like, if they're not going to get paid for a gig, they're not going to do it. But that's because they have children, they have
Right.
families. Like, absolutely, your time is of value. And so I think that's one of the things that I've learned. And I never held and never will hold that against anyone. Your time is valuable. Me, I can take the hit of not getting paid for something, because it is my passion. It's a passion project of mine. But it's hard not to have to monetize your art and be able to continually do it.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's also a driving force, right? Like we got paid, so we gotta go. But I take care of this voice, because otherwise,
Is it insured?
you know what?
I mean,
I should, right?
I'm just saying, we were talking about Broadway and everything. Like, those people insure their legs. Dancers in
do,
the past have
yes.
been insuring things. So
I'm showing ankles and everything. Like,
putting it out there. You never know. You never know. Mira, who was it? Jose. Isn't he the one that lost his voice or had voice problems?
Jose, yeah.
Bon Jovi también. He had to have surgery on his voice. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there.
I will say insurance would not have covered Jose because he did that to himself. They would have asked him a few questions and they would have been like, nope, the insurance policy does not cover all of what you did.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Jose Alfredo, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. No, thank you. It's been wonderful. This is a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. Again, passion projects. You're
See,
doing me a
passion
favor.
project. There you go.
But thank you. And for those listening, would love to put some links of yours in our show notes so that whatever you have another show, which again, by this point should be multiple.
Right.
We're going to put that out into the universe. But yeah, we'll see y'all later.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye. Hey, this is Kiki. If you made it this far, you officially made it to the end of the episode. Thanks for being here. If you're listening on a platform where you can rate and subscribe, please do. It really helps more people find the show. And hey, leave a comment. Tell me what you liked, what stuck with you, and what you want more of. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram at What It's Like to Be Here Pod. Catch you on the flip side.